afternoon, Pio Nation. I hope you are doing well today. My name is Matt Williamson.
My name is Zachary Simpkins.
And you are watching Marietta College Esports. So we have our Fortnite team once again. They will be playing in the NACE Starleague Traditional Split Open 2. They did open one last week. So just to give a recap of how this works, our Fortnite team will be playing 4 matches. So they'll be queued up in the lobby. In fact, they're already in the lobby. We're just kind of waiting for everyone to join. And you get points based on the number of eliminations and your placement. And the goal is to get as many points as possible. Now, technically, our Overwatch team has already qualified for the championship.
The Fortnite team, not Overwatch.
Did I say Overwatch?
You said Overwatch.
I want the Fortnite team to qualify for a championship.
I want the Overwatch team to qualify as well, but I believe the Fortnite team has already qualified.
Yeah, so
for
you guys need to qualify for a championship. You guys start next Tuesday, so you need to qualify.
You spoke it into existence. It has to happen.
Yes, it has to happen now. Our Fortnite team has already qualified for the championship that's going to take place in early October, but they are going to go ahead and participate in the remaining opens because it's great practice and see how well they do against some of these teams. So let's take a look at who's going to be playing today. So we should be able to pull up the roster. So we have here our Fortnite duo, freshman Colton Wetzel, Erasers, and sophomore Ian Wanas, D9 Dozer 25. And we have our coaches, Derek Games, our head coach, and we have Jacob Houghton, our Fortnite coach. All right, yeah, as we said, they're in the lobby, so we're just going to wait for a couple minutes before Game 1 starts. So we're going to go over a couple of announcements. So first, we're going to go ahead and give a shout out to HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor for Marietta College Esports. They have provided our facility with keyboards, mice, headsets, mouse pads, microphones. Great quality. We're using some of their equipment, including their Quad-X mic, in our stream right now. So hopefully you are loving the quality of the audio because that is courtesy of HyperX. If you want to check out more HyperX gear, please be sure to go to hyperx.gg/MarietteES. The QR code is up on your screen for about 2 more seconds. Okay, 2 seconds are up. So next we want to give a shout out to Over the Moon Pizza for their support. So starting next Tuesday, they are going to have their game nights at their restaurant on Front Street in Marietta. So if you go over there, they'll have a couple of Nintendo Switches available so you can play some Mario Kart or some Super Smash Brothers. And also on Tuesday is when our Overwatch team begins their matches, and Over the Moon Pizza will be airing those. So when we stream them on Twitch, they'll have them up at their restaurant so you can watch from Twitch at home, or you can go get some pizza and watch with a bunch of people and cheer on our Overwatch team as they will qualify for a championship, right?
I'm definitely going to be trying our hardest to do that. So going on to the next opportunity we have Marietta with Wings Etc. here. Monday, October 2nd from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. If you use the downloaded flyer there to the right on the QR code or that link there, if you buy any dine-in or carry-out from Wings to soft drinks, you are going to be able to give 15% of all of the proceeds are going to be going to Marietta College Esports, but this is only for the Marietta, Ohio location.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a great way. I mean, you got to eat. And who doesn't love wings? I mean, wings, you get burgers, they have ribs, hot dogs, they have all sorts of stuff. So that Monday, October 2nd, get some food, and you can help support the esports program at no additional cost to you.
That is true. And another thing that is just coming up is the virtual stadium sellout. Go to www.givecampus.com/4J565M.
4JS, actually.
S65.
It's a lowercase s.
I'm going to set as a weird font for that. Or use that QR code right there. The ticket prices are at a minimum of $10, but you can give as much as you want to support the esports program. And make sure that when you are going to be donating, to specifically designate it to esports. This event ends October 23rd, 2023. So if you want to help out your Pioneer Esports, go ahead and donate as much as you would like.
Yes, we've already received a couple of gifts from that, so thank you so much for your support. There's actually some competitions among the different athletic teams as part of this event. So there's prizes for the most number of donors, the most number of tickets sold, and also the most number of clicks. So even if you are unable to give yourself, you can still be a big help by just sharing the image here, sharing the link with your friends and family, and just have them click on the link. And that might be able to encourage people to help give, but we might be able to get some additional support if we can get the links as well.
Also, I'd like to say that if you want to support the Marietta Twitch channel, you can subscribe with Prime Gaming, or subscribe just regularly if you want to. So with Prime Gaming, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link that with your Twitch, and with that you get 1 free Prime Gaming sub. And with that sub, why not use it to support your favorite college esports, Marietta Esports? And with that subscriber benefit, you're going to get all of those awesome subs. And except the 2 heads of our director and head coach, you'll be able to get Matt at a tier 3 and Derek at a tier 2 sub.
Also, right now with Twitch, it is September, which means that first-time subscribers can sub to any channel at a discount. So if you've never subbed to our channel before, you can do so at a discounted rate. I want to say it's like 3 something instead of the typical $5, but don't quote me on the exact number. But that is going on between now and the end of September. So this is a great way to help support our program and at a reduced cost for you.
Awesome. And with the program, we are always recruiting for the next season or the next year for 2024. We have all of these awesome game titles. We have Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Super Smash Bros., and Valorant. We have an awesome high-end esports center with dedicated coaching staff for all of our games except Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at the moment. Looking to get that coach as soon as we can. We support academic wellness, and we do have esports scholarships available. First, go on to that link right there. That's for more information if you want it. But talking about these scholarships, we have a tryout. Today, we had a tryout.
We had some visitors. We didn't have any in-person tryouts today. We will get this updated for the next matches, but our next tryouts will be Saturday, October 14th, in conjunction with the admissions open house that they'll have. So if you are planning to come to Marietta College on October 14th, we could set up an in-person tryout while you're here on campus. But we will also be doing online tryouts every month, and we will be doing online tryouts through our Discord server on Sunday, October 15th. So that's going to be a busy weekend for us, but that's okay. But that is when the next time that we are going to be offering scholarships to be the part of the program. It's a 3-step process. Step number 1, fill out the recruitment inquiry form at bit.ly/mcrecruit. You see the QR code there. It's the left one. Schedule the tryout is step number 2. Go to bit.ly/mcesports tryouts, and that's where you can pick the particular day. So if you want to wait a little bit longer before scheduling a tryout, that's fine. I think we have a few that are already scheduled in January and February, so it's okay. You don't have to schedule it right now. Or if none of the times work with you, reach out to our head coach and we can try to schedule something outside of those times. But that QR code is on the middle. And then you would join our Discord server at bit.ly/biodiscord, especially if you're doing an online tryout, because that is where we would be doing those tryouts. And I guess step number 4 is to do the tryouts, of course.
It's kind of hard to schedule the tryout. You got to do the tryout, I guess.
Yeah, once you schedule it, and you show up and do it, and then if everything goes well, then we can say, yes, we can add some money to your financial aid package.
What's awesome is that some of the students that are part of the esports program right now, just so you don't have to solo queue, they'll queue with you, and maybe you can meet some of your future teammates. I know I would be in love to help out anyone that wants to try out for Overwatch. So that is something that I'm always looking forward to, is helping new recruits come and pick Marietta. Another thing we'd like to shout out to all of the new and other sponsors that we have, to Buy Blue Light, Elgato, HyperX again, big thank you to them. Incrediware, again, one of our newer sponsors, Kovacs, MSI, and Over the Moon Pizza. Thank you to all of our amazing partners that help make this program possible.
Yeah, they've all been able to contribute in different ways, whether it's to be able to provide the blue light glasses for our students, improving the quality of our streams, of course, providing peripherals from HyperX. Incrediware has provided these, what they call recovery sleeves that our students use. It's great for the gloves and the wristbands that they provide, because we want to make sure that our students are comfortable and healthy as they're competing. Kovacs has provided aim training software for our first-person shooter players. And of course, Over the Moon Pizza is helping with exposing our brand. So we want to thank every single one of them for their support. Our program would not be where it's at if it weren't for our partners. But, okay, yeah. It looks like we're about to get started. We are just kind of keeping an eye on things here. As we said earlier, we're going to be playing 4 different games. And Yes, it's preparing. Okay, I think we're starting to get in. So we're going to go in here and hope the audio is working.
Let's see.
And it may or may not. And it's okay if it's not. We had some technical issues last week with the audio. And it's not looking like we're going to get audio this time. It would be one of these. It would be NDI camera 1 if we were getting audio. So we're not getting audio, but that's okay. We can still talk about what's going on in the game. We'll try to see if we can get the audio working for game 2.
Gotcha.
But all right, so we have Erasers on the left side. We have D9 Dozer 25 on the right.
You think maybe we could play the music at a very low volume to kind of just like
fill the empty
space?
Well, let me see what I can do here.
We could do that.
If we just do.
Oh wow. I think maybe there. And even then we can adjust it there if we really need to. So I hope that's not too loud for anyone that is watching. But
let me see if I can adjust it just a little bit.
It seems that we're dropping in here at the moment. So
I'm just playing with the volume here. That's probably about as low as I'm going to get without it being too loud. But yeah.
Where are we going on this map?
Okay, so I don't know anything about the callouts, but this particular spot is where they have gone to every single time last week. The thing about Fortnite I noticed is the critical part is the first minute or so, because you have one or two options. You can go to one of these areas that has a whole lot of chests, a lot of items, but everyone's going to be contending there, so it's a very high risk, high reward. But what we find that a lot of these teams do instead is find an area that is a little more secluded. Maybe there won't be as many people contending for it, but that means you're going to last a little bit longer. You're going to be able to find some chests and maybe be able to get some great items. So this is a section that the Pioneers have gone to numerous times because there are quite a few chests here. But what makes it a little bit, well, I say quote unquote risky, is the fact that it's on the outer edge of the map. So that means
a golden sniper already.
Already a legendary sniper. We have not, I don't think we've seen legendary items in this part of the game this early. That is huge for Erasers.
Oh my goodness. I would just like to point out that in this looting phase that they're in at the moment, we still see the absolute skill that we see Erasers has right here, and also D9 Dozers. As they're going through, they're building to protect themselves after getting these resources, just to make sure that if anyone was going to peek them, that they don't get any line of sight.
That's because they are not alone. They do see crossfire. There are other people in the area. D9 Dozer was looking at one, so you just have to keep your eyes out because it is still a contested area. They are at about less than half shields, and shields are critical in this game. In fact, it seems like they take shields more than health packs. So there's a nice little slurp there.
There's a purple sniper as well. I think they might get a call out maybe. I don't know. I think at the moment, really what you're looking for is shotguns here. Is what I've noticed from the play style of Erasers and D9 Dozer. They love to play with shotguns and play these up close build battles. They just want to push the advantage onto the enemies as much as they can. The less time they play sniping, the more time they can just run in and just absolutely gun down someone that they're not expecting.
Especially the late game. The late game is...
There's a rocket ram. Those are really good for
but I don't think they're going to take that. They haven't done it before, but...
Not this early in the game, at least.
But the shotguns are definitely important in the late game when you have those build battles. But we see Erasers using this as the sniper out, trying to keep an eye of where the opponents are going to be going.
I believe a headshot is almost going to instantly knock someone as soon as they get hit by it.
It will knock them down.
So Wetzel, if he gets a shot, and that's also a go button for the team here, that as soon as you get someone that's cracked, you're able to instantly pile onto them and shut them down.
So they're just kind of keeping an eye out. I have this screen to keep track of kills because it's a little easier to see here than that one.
Gotcha. It goes.
So they're just kind of taking their time here, trying to anticipate where they're going. And this section right here, that flag thing can also release some ice. So that's also why Erasers and D9 Dozer like this spot.
Slowly mapping out the area. You see, because Erasers has this sniper rifle, they're playing so passive here. I believe they might have gotten spotted, playing very slow, trying to feel out where they are. But again, this is a very dangerous position for Erasers to be in. His left side is completely exposed. he's going to get some utility thrown at him here.
Well, here's the other thing that's going to help, though, is there is a resurrection van nearby. So if they win, let's say one of them goes down and they win this fight, they can resurrect. In fact, that actually happened in Game 4 last week, where D9 Dozer went down. A Racer came out with the weapon too and was able to resurrect D9 Dozer.
Season 1's on top. You're going to see that D9 Dozers is going to be just going to cap this point as Razors gets some cover from the front here. That was a very close shot. Almost landed it. Sees him running. Oh, it's getting beamed down from the rooftop. He's going to go straight in the building.
Well, this is a good position, though, because there's still material there, they are covered, but they can still see around without actually being in any danger of being taken out.
C9 Dozer almost has, D9 Dozer almost has this completely mapped out. Oh, but Erasers is getting shot at 1 HP, able to build away and going to be bandaging as soon as he can. Knows he's in danger, builds as much as he can. A skyscraper formed as soon as he takes damage.
D9 Dozer is also taking some damage, but he still has some shield, but they're going to fall back. They don't have a lot of slurps. We see Erasers using the bandages to try to get back up. D9 Dozer is going to use up all his slurps. All but one, actually. He does have a bit of a health spray if needs to, so if he can get to Erasers, but here comes someone right on top of them. They can see exactly where they're at.
He really just wants to heal it here, though. He doesn't really want to take this fight. Neither does D9, because he's not exactly grouped up with his partner here. But now, as soon as they're able to group up here, maybe get a little bit more meds. As we see,
there's a big slurp right there, but he's not going to take it. Well, he's swapping it out. He's going to try to go give that big slurp over to Erasers as he needs that shield.
Small slurp just to get 25 here. Also healing him up. Good teamwork here from both these players.
Yes, that's the thing. Like, they don't have to go for eliminations. It's really about surviving, because with this game, you actually get more points surviving. Because I think we were talking before the stream, like, they got second place in their first game last week, and that was 20 points. Like, to do that by kills, you would have to kill 20 people in a game.
Oh, and you just barely missed that headshot.
Which is very difficult to do, especially there's only 60 people left in here. So to try to get 20 of those 60, not going to happen. So this really is about staying live longer and then worry about eliminations later.
And a very slow pace at the moment, just feeling out the other team. We're going to really see this build battles as the storm comes and closes in. We're going to see the build battles that I know Wetzel is very excited to go and do. I saw him warming up, and man was just a machine on the building train. So both of these players are going to be showing up on the later end of the scale when fights are actually going to be breaking out. Right now, again, both teams getting med kits, all the teams are just going to be trying to collect these resources and take as little fights as possible.
And we're already down to about 56 participants. The storm has been closing in while we've been talking about. We see that circle. They've already been in the safe area, which is very convenient, but they are going to start migrating around, getting away from the enemies that were nearby, but also knowing that the next circle is probably going to be they're going to be outside of range of the next circle, most likely.
Yeah,
actually,
I think they're kind of storm camping at the moment, where they know that there's a team over there that's in the storm's wake. So if they just sit here and maybe get a pick, they'll secure a lead with kills and also increase their placement points.
Possibly, but the name of the game right now is still to get more items. Like, they have a couple of nice weapons, but what I'm seeing is D9 Dozer does not have a really good assault rifle. I know we were talking.
No, he has a blue one.
Oh, he has the blue one? That's an assault?
Rifle.
Okay, it just looks like an SMG to me, but the picture's too small. But okay. But yeah, it's all about the assault rifles early on. Yeah. So they want to make sure they have some good assault rifles, good shotguns for the end game. Also good resources. We see that they're just clearing as much of the trees around, because when they get into those build battles later on, resources is definitely a key component to this split. Now, later on, there will be another split that's the 0 build, so you don't have to worry about collecting materials. You still get weapons, but that will just be an all-in shooter. And I know last year the team really liked that better than the traditional build. So if they're doing pretty well in traditional build, let's just wait and see how they do in the 0 build split.
Something I want to bring up is that we actually see Erasers drop the golden sniper rifle here. It's very useful for that early poke game that they've been playing, but at the moment in this mid game when the storm is closing in, they're going to be taking a little bit closer engagements, having an AR is just simply better than having a sniper rifle because you only get one shot. But if you get constant poke damage, that means you're going to constantly be taking resources away from your opponent.
Yeah, see, it took the slurp pack instead, which, as we've been emphasizing, shields is the name of the game here. Just getting as much shield as possible and having that at your disposal, so if you do take some damage, you can heal right back up.
We saw even then, he took the...
a big hit.
D9 is got surprised there by someone up on the hill, but that's going to be a crack onto the shield of one of the enemy players. I'm going to see Erasers... Shooting a lot. I don't exactly know what he's doing, but it is helping. I think that all gives him better handling.
Yeah, they're both in kind of 1v1 fights right now. D9's trying to get away.
Okay, I'm going to see that Erasers is going to be able to get out with a jump boost. Jump grenade. He's going to be able to get some poke damage. He is cracked. He's able to do a lot of damage here. D9 playing his life, trying to make sure he doesn't get built on, not going too aggressive. And that's going to be... Erasers going in full swing, going to be trying to get this guy down now into the build battle. We see him pop up. We have the shotgun. He's getting built on, but he's going to be able to tear it down as quick as he can. He knows that's his
D9 gets an elimination.
Gets the elim. That's actually one down or two down. I believe that actually might be both.
Actually,
down.
I think he got
both down. That was a team kill right there. We saw that Erasers was able to stop all of that aggression there.
And just a little bit of help. I mean, that's real gutsy. He was down to less than a quarter of health, but he was able to pick off both of them. Erasers was just kind of being that distraction while D9 Dozer picked him off. So that's already 2 eliminations for the Pioneers.
At the moment, you look at that there, that's a really big play from Erasers to really take all the heat off of D9 Dozers, because D9 Dozer here has the better weapon, actually, for longer range. He has that sniper rifle and that blue AR. We saw him. I think he swapped it out for that Huntsman rifle instead here. But we saw him with that blue AR, so he can take that mid-range battle. And if you're building up, you're building away from the person below you. But again, if someone's on a rooftop, that it can peer right into your build, because you're not building walls around your stairs, you're just building stairs. So we saw that D9 Dozer was able to just capitalize on that and have that amazing positioning to be able to set himself up for success there with his teammate Erasers, making all of that space.
Yeah, and we see here D9 Dozer is taking this opportunity to get his shield back up, gets a slurp pack, and is going to start moving out, trying to get... Because it was actually a pretty scary moment there, because D9 Dozer did not have any shields, and he didn't really have time to drink the slurp because the storm was coming in, so he had to keep moving. So that was a perfect opportunity to try for someone to try to pick him up, but fortunately, no one was over there, so he had a moment to kind of stop, get the drink in, and now he's at almost full shields.
Honestly, this isn't that bad of a circle for Marietta here. It's, again, not the best. You'd want a little bit of a better circle, but that's not the worst at all. It seems that they spot players off in the distance that are in the storm. Again, storm camping is something that is really good here in this game because, again, they're already taking so much damage from the storm if they're late to rotate or they were in the middle of a fight. Again, as you were saying that D9 Dozer couldn't heal because he was in the storm and didn't want to get hit by it, well, other teams have to fight in the storm or in the middle of a fight, and they can't heal because they have to run away from it. So it's a perfect spot to sit there, regroup your thoughts as we see them doing. They're really here just thinking about their game plan of what they get to do next. And what they're going to be able to do.
This item right here, if you wait a little bit while, so they're protecting it, it spawns a bunch of items. So this is like, think of it like a loot crate, if you will.
Awesome. It's a perfect time to do it as well.
And there you go. They got a couple slurps of health packs and some rare weapons.
Shotguns are going to be helping out here a lot. We're going to see Wetzel. Erasers are not going to have basically any blue guns. I don't think he needs them. He's just going to go with that scopes.
Well, it's a lot of shotguns. You don't need that many shotguns. So it wasn't like, I mean, it helped D9 Dozer a little bit, but it just wasn't what
Erasers honestly,
wanted.
If you just have a pump shotgun, it's better than a spaz, I'm pretty sure, just based on the damage output. I remember the good old days, if you'd call them, Season 1 Fortnite, the double pump meta, where you just have 2 pump shotguns and just rotate them. You would do 200 damage in 2 seconds. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think it's been adjusted since then.
It's been very much so adjusted. It was adjusted like halfway through Season 1, where you had to reload the shotgun even if you swapped it.
All right, we are at 36 participants left. About a minute 10 while that storm is starting to close in, so they're going to have to work their way, but no issue whatsoever. They're going to get to the circle without any issues. It's just a matter of, are there any teams in their path? Sometimes what teams will like to do is they'll wait around the border of a safe circle and see any stragglers trying to come in and try to engage them while the storm's on their backs. So Marietta's just going to have to be mindful, but it looks like they're going to cross over, and I don't see anyone near them. So I think they're going to be just fine for now.
And, yep, no one near them at all. You're going to see that they're just going to play very slow here around the edge of the circle. And just as themselves, I think they, and there's a chest there, going to be just looting up, getting all of the slurp packs that they can. There's a pizza box. Love pizza. I think they're debating if they want to give up anything for that pizza to try to do it. I think they will.
They're going to trade out the health pack for the pizza.
I mean, they get to carry around the pizza, and pizza's way quicker to heal with than a med kit. A med kit takes around 3 seconds, and a pizza you can eat it on the run as a consumable, which is just more beneficial than having to sit there for 3 seconds to heal with a med kit. Yes, it heals it a full, but a pizza, you only really need to take like 2 more bullets to be able to get to where you need to go. And now we're going to see that the Storm is being unforgiving for Marietta here, because the Storm, look at that, they're on the long side of that Storm.
Yeah, this is where things are going to start getting interesting, because as that circle gets smaller, that's when we're going to start getting into the late game, and we'll even get to the point where that circle is going to start moving different places. So that's where it gets very chaotic. Right now, 32 participants are remaining, so the Pioneers have at least made it to the top 20, but you have to place, I think, at least 17th to be able to get any placement points. And look, Eraser sees
hunting, waiting for, and now they're just going to gun him down, counting it off. It's going to be, I think they hear someone behind them shooting as well, but now they're going to be running in. They metal up and build, but that's going to be a Razor's Q, just sprint in. We're going to see that D-Dozer is just absolutely destroying their buildings with those explosives.
Yeah.
And a Razor's going in. The build battle has commenced, and now that's going to be all of their build going down. 44 damage onto the shields there, and that's going to be a Razor's getting one, and then now they're going to be going all the way around into that building, and that's going to be 2 kills.
Yeah.
1 for Erasers, I believe.
Erasers got the knock, and D9 Dozer took down the other to secure the eliminations. They love that combination where D9 Dozer uses that grenade launcher to put pressure on the opposing team and taking out that structure, while Erasers goes in for the kill. So great teamwork there by the Pioneers. So that's 4 eliminations total, and that should definitely put him in top 15.
You can see Erasers off to another fight here. They're going to instantly build up. Eraser's kind of at the disadvantage here, so he's going to try to back up, and now the crossfire. D-Dozer goes down. That's going to be Eraser's just running away. D-Dozer is going to be taken down here, and Eraser's is just going to be running across the map, trying to get away from all the damage he's taking here.
Yeah,
he's going to be hunted down, though. He is at the disadvantage because now he's in the circle as well as the enemy having high ground. He's going to be able to use his umbrella to get out of here, though. Yeah, taking so much damage, builds a wall to stop and mitigate it. Yeah. He is running for his life. They want this. The enemy wants these kills to secure another placement. It's only one person. It's a 1v2 in every scenario. He is getting covered by every angle. At the moment, we see him almost in the middle of where the circle is. And that's going to mean everyone's going to be there.
Yeah, they're coming straight from him because they know.
He jumps out again, able to get out into this low ground, though. Now he's in water.
Yeah, that's what makes it scary, because once he gets knocked, he is going to be eliminated, because knocking isn't going to do any good with D9 Dozer down, and there's no way to get his reboot card. So it's just going to be all Erasers at this point to see if how long he stays alive. Down to 28 participants, so that they do secure at least the top 15.
I would like to say also, in reference to someone in Twitch chat, where is D9 Dozer's face cam? He is playing from...
He's playing for... He's not feeling well, so he's not playing at our facility. And with this, they for Fortnite, they don't have to play in the facility, but that's why his face cam's not up. So he's... That's the other thing with D9 Dozer. He's not in the best health, but he is still playing and still doing very well here. But hopefully next match he'll be well enough to be able to see his lovely face once again.
I'd like to just point out the Eraser's build strat there. He put it to just one corner, so he was able to get the better high ground. And look, he's just in build mode, able to see very clearly through his structure because of this.
It's just taking advantage of a game mechanic where you can still see through the item even though it's protecting you. So we can see here from D9 Dozer's perspective, he is protected. the others can't see him, but the way Erasers has it, he can see everything else. So it's just a very clever game mechanic just to try to get some vision of where everyone's at.
I mean, and no one's really going to like approach this. I mean, look, they just jumped over it. No one's going to approach a building that has seemingly been there for ages. Like someone could have built this at the start of the game.
It's really no different than just like hiding in the brush and no one's seeing you in the brush.
Yeah, I mean, no one's going to like try to even do anything about it. And now he's going to be running to the next spot, trying not to get spotted, just sprinting as fast as he can.
Yeah, it's just about staying alive. They already got 4 eliminations. They don't need to go for more kills. It's just staying alive longer is going to give you more points than trying to be aggressive.
And especially since that Razors is down his duo partner, D9 Dozer, he has to just sit here. What is this? Look at that speed. The agility of building there.
Yeah, he can build very crazy.
He just built a house. He's going to be able to sit here on the prairie. Made sure that he could provide for his family building a house from the ground up. Oh, you can see he can watch people. A little bit of a build here. I think he might be trying something goofy here. He might want to go into this.
Well, that's very risky at this point.
I mean, if he finds another solo to go against, he could secure himself another kill and increase his placement.
Yeah, I don't think there's any incentive because he sees a...
Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's going to poke.
Yeah, he'll just do some little poking here, but I'd be very surprised if he were to jump into that fight.
Oh no, he won't jump into the fight, but he'll try to snag maybe a little rat down, try to knock someone with like 1 or 2 bullets. He's gonna make a window here to shoot out of.
Yeah, if he does get a knock and then someone else gets elimination, he will get credit for at least the one he knocked. But he sees here, like, he's definitely surrounded, but at least he is in the safe circle for now. We see that Storm moving into position, but I'm going to guess that he's going to have to move once this Storm gets into position in the next 10 seconds.
You could be right on top of him.
All right, now there are 22. It was actually 21 participants, so someone got rezzed, and then another got eliminated.
Oh, look at him. He got beamed down in the air. Whoever that guy was flying, he just got absolutely decimated.
So now there's 19 left, and that should secure top 10 for Erasers. And now look at where the circle is. In less than 30 seconds, that Storm's going to be over there. This is going to get very crazy, folks, and this is why we have that shotgun ready.
Oh, he is itching to go and get some frags. He's been sitting still for too long. Sees them on the hilltop with that build there. He does have more bounce bombs to be able to get himself away from the enemies.
Yeah, but now that Storm's going to start moving. He's going to have to go very soon.
He sees them. Can maybe get a little snag here onto the guy running away. He sees a solo. Gonna be shooting this guy. 117. He's at 1 shot. He's going in. He wants to secure this frag or just get into a better position for himself. And now he's gonna start building a little home again.
Yeah, he had to get away from the Storm because the Storm was closing him from behind. So he leaped through and just put together a very quick base in the safe zone.
And honestly, since he's not exactly going for that kill, that elimination, but we saw him do an insane amount of damage to that person who was going in on a different team. He can just remove them from the team, remove them from placements, which would, then again, it's that weird mind game of, look, I don't have to kill you, I just have to make sure you don't get the place above me.
Exactly. So it's just like, it doesn't even matter if he gets the kill or not. Even if he doesn't get the kill, if someone else finishes him off, sure, he doesn't get the kill. But at this point in the game, his placement gets higher, which is going to be worth more than a kill.
Oh, he sees him right there. He's going to destroy that metal there, and that completely destroys the building. They're going to jump down. That's going to be, again, placement goes up. The more people die, the better placement he gets. And now he's going to go and try to sprint off into the next zone as it's moving very slowly. So many people clumped up in this such small area. Get some Schlurp packs on the way after using his bomb, his bounce bomb to get out.
That Storm's going to start moving, but look at where it is. Look at it's being pinged. It's way over there, and that Storm's going to move, so he's going to have to move with it too, along with the other 12 people remaining in this game.
Look at that. He just sees a tower being built right next to him, but again, he's not going for this. For these kills, he's running in underneath the build, trying to make some space, trying to get into his zone and himself. Gets a little bit stuck there on his triangle. I'm going to get it out. Get the building. I think his building mats are gone. Now he only has wooden mats. He no longer has those metal mats. And again, this is where not being able to get any kills is very hindering. Because usually in Fortnite, if you get a kill, you get all those mats. Oh, he got built on.
But he just popped his regen shield because he knows he's going to get into fights, so he's going to need something to fight here.
This is a do or die situation. He has to try to secure himself better placements and get himself more mats. The only way at this point of the game to get yourself better mats is to just kill the enemy team. Because they're going to have more mats than you are. And at the moment, we're going to see that he is running desperately low on mats, only 100 left to his name, only able to build a few triangles and a few walls. He can't really build anymore. That's all that he has to build. Now he just has to go for placements and go for kills. That was his last building mat that he has, and now he has to go in at 1 HP, hiding underneath here, but they don't know.
But that storm's going to continue to move. He's got to move too, because look at where it's at.
No, and he's going to get down, but 5th place. That's pretty good for placement, I'd like to say. 5th play with 4 kills.
Yep, 4 eliminations. And oops, I hit the wrong button there. Yeah, 4 eliminations and finishing 5th is a very good start for this first game. Sure, it was not the second place that they did last week, but still, they continue their streak of finishing in the top 5.
Look, if you just keep finishing top 5, that's what gets you to nationals like they already have gotten. Mm-hmm. And since they're already there, again, they're just trying to, get that practice and get that in there. And we saw Razor's kind of probably practicing that end game scenario when you're in there, like how are you going to survive up to the 5th place to try to get that. There, Razor's was that it was going to be very hard for him to eke out a victory royale. But again, in ranked and in Fortnite in general, you don't really go for the victory royale. You just go for good placement.
Yeah, and that's also why it's important to collect the resources early on, because we saw he was running out of resources near the end, so he would have to use either natural cover or whatever was already there to keep himself up. And as soon as he ran out of resources, he couldn't build his shields and it got taken down.
If he had mats, that would have gone a completely different way. But again, he couldn't get any kills on anyone because he's down a player. D9 Dozer just got absolutely just trampled on by 3 different angles. There's not much you can really do there. A guy from above, a guy from the right, guy from behind, he just got collapsed on. So without the ability to get any materials, it's really hard because you need kills to get materials to live. So it's just the war of attrition that he lost there, but still got to 5th place for elims. So 5th place, how many points do you get when you get to 5th place?
I don't remember. We'll have to double check with the team. They had it at one point, but I don't have my Discord up. Mm-hmm. But I want to say, yeah, I don't remember. We'll get that back to you.
Gotcha. If number 2 is 20.
Yeah, I know that. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and take a small break. What's going to happen is the team will get the next lobby code, and then we'll have about 5-10 minutes before we start. So we'll get back shortly before the next game comes about. So don't go away. You are watching Marietta College Esports. All right, and welcome back. We've been told that we're going to be starting in less than a minute. We did get confirmation that the team secured 17 points in that first game. It was 13 points for placing 5th, and then the 4 points for the 4 eliminations.
That's pretty good. Honestly, if that's what you're asking for to get the most amount of points, 17 is a great start out of these 4 games.
Mm-hmm. So they'll be starting up here any second. In fact, we could probably just go over there just to see. We're testing some of the audio. Hopefully it is working. If not, then we'll just put... Ooh.
It is working. I can hear it.
We got audio!
I can hear the audio. Let's go. Now we can hear the Fortnite lobby music.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now we just gotta hope that Twitch doesn't, like, copyright strike us for having music.
It's Fortnite. I mean, half of their stuff is already, like... They already take everything from every other game just because it's Fortnite.
Still.
Yeah, so at the moment we have, again, Erasers, D9 Dozers going in here. I think they're feeling pretty confident after that 5th place. I know Erasers is very focused in at the moment. He is locked in to this game. And he's going to be continuing to do that. Try to get an even better placement if they can.
Yeah,
and here we go into the lobby.
I would love to see a victory royale. I mean, that would just be amazing if we had that on stream.
Give me a W any day of the week. I need one. Continuing in here into the pre-game lobby, waiting for players. Hear all the Fortnite noises, man. I've missed all the sounds.
Yeah,
goodness.
We got it all here now that we got the audio working. And we are now in the bus. So where are we dropping? Probably the same place as the past couple games.
You just have like one spot that works. You just keep going for it.
They're already pinging it.
There it goes. They all know.
The big question is just, will there be anyone else following them? Because then that's that early game contention. Because I know, like last week, the first 3 games, no one else was with them. So it was just free farming for like 3 minutes. It was really nice.
Free farm again. I mean, it's literally right on the edge of the map. Again, you could have a really good circle or an absolutely terrible circle. If the circle goes all the way down to the bottom left of the map, then that's going to be very detrimental for the teams trying to place very high here.
Just the volume a little bit. I think the game audio is actually a little on the loud side, so let's see if that sounds a little better. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we see anyone else joining them.
No, not quite.
So this is good, because now, I mean, there are a lot of chests here, so this is going to give them the ability to farm a bunch of things.
Look at that, already getting that blue shotgun online. Oh, people are joining them here.
That's right.
Already shooting them out of the sky here. The Razor's getting active. That's going to put them behind in the farm.
But that's okay.
No, the people that were landing is going to put them behind.
Well, not only that, but if they don't get like any bandages or health packs, they're not going to be able to heal back up.
Not at all. You can see them rearranging their inventory even faster than I can even see it, really. Look at that.
But notice, like, D9 Dozer and Erasers are still farming. And I think this is, like, what they're doing is correct. I think someone that's newer to the game, like, if I were to play, I would make the mistake of, oh, they're over there, I need to go take them out. So if I were playing, I would probably go chase them and then die. But notice that they are still just taking their time, and they're eating their pizza, they're getting their shields and health full, they're collecting items, collecting shields, because they're not worried about the kills. And I think that's something that newer Fortnite players make a mistake on.
Already, this is a better spot for MC Esports just based on the health than they were last game at this time. But at the moment, again, they're not very good on mats at the moment. I believe they can build like a couple stairs, maybe 2 or 3 walls, and that's about it. Remembering that everything costs around 25, you can only build about 4 things here, so that's going to be the priority for Erasers and D9 Dozer here, is to try to get those mats online. And as we see, Erasers is going to be going chopping down trees with his axe here. I believe that's the Leviathan axe from God of War, if I had to guess.
Could be.
Pretty sure. Let's see. He's gonna.
Oh, I think
again. Oh, the 95 damage onto the shield. D9 Dozer is getting active here, building on them already. We're gonna be seeing Erasers throwing the C4 onto the builds. Gonna be blowing them all up. Throwing another one in, blowing that up as well. Trying to get deeper in here. Dozer's trying to take over the builds. Exploding it down. The range shooting down the sun. There it goes. 42 damage, but it is brick. It's harder to destroy. Can't quite just shoot through it with the amount that they have. D9 Dozer in the water trying to build out just so he can have better mobility. Taking a shotgun shot, but he can be able to build to counteract it. And as you can see, Eraser is getting a lot of damage dealt to him, about 90 hit with that shotgun. Trying to build as much as he can. He did go on that mat farming spree to try to get those, but now he's very low on mats. Trying to heal up from this first engagement. D9 Dozer going around trying Erasers again, gonna get this chest, get more ammo, more building blocks. He has to just hit the legs and run because he doesn't have enough mats to really build up and get the advantage that he wants here. So you can just play on these buildings to give him these natural high ground.
It's just a highly contested area right now. We see he uses up the pizza, gets the health pack up, but they're gonna have to let go of that loot flag in the area, and they're just gonna have to, they're gonna have to concede it and move on.
Yeah, they don't have enough mats to really contest it here, so I think they're honestly what they're going to probably do. They're going to farm up some mats, and then they're going to go and take that. But they're taking so much damage. They're just on the rooftop, just looking and peering over the hill just to see them. So now D9 Dozer has to go and eat some pizza to try to get all of his health back.
Yeah, he's using it. I mean, he's pretty much back to the full, but yeah, used up all the pizza. Still has a little bit of the health. Actually did get a couple of slurps, but it still has some health spray. But yeah, they are a bit more deprived this time than they were in the last game, unfortunately.
But here we see that we're going to see a lot of rocks appearing, a lot of trees around here. So now we're going to see Erasers getting his mats to at least a decent level. He can at least build to run away now, when before he couldn't even build to build defensively. Now we can kind of build aggressively here. We're going to see D9 Dozer taking some pot shots at someone building, but Erasers is kind of out in the open here, getting looked at by the enemy team. It's a big AoV effect. It's an interesting thing. We see that Erasers doesn't actually break the trees. He just gets them down to 1 HP to get his money back if he can. Oh, he almost snags that kill. Erasers, if he got that kill, that would have been such a rat play, but would have been such a good play for the Elans of Marietta.
Yeah, but either way, he would not have been able to collect the materials for that, so we've got to continue moving on, trying to collect more materials. We see there are about 65 participants remaining. Storm is starting to close in.
See that Erasers has far more mats than we see D9 Dozer does, but D9 is kind of playing the sniper role here, trying to cover Erasers as he goes in for all these mats. Even then, you can always drop mats for your team as well if you collect them all. See, wow, a big build battle around here. Oh, there's going to be Razors. Catching the end of whatever fight happened here. Someone's still looking around the building.
Yeah, it's also, you were talking earlier about how they're collecting mats but not destroying them. That's actually a very clever move because by not destroying it, it doesn't give away your position.
Doesn't want to shoot at him. Wants to get his team in position. Look at that trigger discipline. Oh, look at that. Absolutely fried him. 165. Now they're going in. D9 Dozer absolutely trucking in here. Going to be able to break that wall down. Trying to get into a good position to stop him. It's going to be Erasers, I believe, just like completely building upon him. Getting him out. And that's going to be a knock for Erasers here. I believe they're going to try to just finish him off. Yep. Going to slowly do it. They're getting built on, I believe. So there is someone outside that is dangerous. What did I just witness? I believe that's Eraser's kill there.
Yes, he did get the kill.
Eraser with the kill. Good to see here.
But there's still one more from that team remaining, but he might, whoever it is, might be hightailing it out there because they're out by themselves.
Right there, that was a really good isolation of someone by Erasers and D9 Dozer. And look, and we saw that trigger discipline on Erasers. He was waiting so patiently for his teammate to get there before he fought that, just so that he could have that flank and that crossfire. If he went one way, he was gonna go die. This D9 Dozer had to build the other way, which Erasers was holding, and then built on him and just stole his build and took over his buildings. So we really just see that. What a great play from Marietta. They're able to really take out a player and then get themselves in a way better spot.
Yeah, this is what separates like really good Fortnite players from the ones who just kind of play casually. Just the fact that he was so patient and waiting until he knew that he had the advantage in the fight instead of trying to go in and do the 1v1. A casual Fortnite player or someone like me would probably just go in guns blazing, get picked
What did I just see? What was that? He just built himself a little hotel.
So we see D9 Dozer took some big hits from the shield. Still has some going to try to replenish it, but they are stuck in a fight. And that storm is going to start closing in. They're right at the border. So there's going to be a little bit of contention going here, trying to keep themselves protected. So they're just kind of keeping an eye around them.
See, they're getting shot at, breaking that brick triangle. I'm really just going to be trying to exhaust them of the mats. So try to deny them of information here. Interesting play, using wood to get wood.
Well, they're just trying to build shields and then just get any resources back.
Look at this. They're just building the wall to stop LOS just so that they can get a tree, just so they can do it again. It's just such a more advanced play than I would usually think of. Because, I mean, yeah, you're going to defend yourself, but you're going to defend yourself getting mats like that. And he was able to make that window because it wasn't exactly on the grid that he wanted where wanted it to be, so he's able to just make a window and just pop out and get more mats. It's just the level of gameplay that Erasers and D9 Dozers are on, it's just far more than we usually see out of Fortnite.
Yeah, now we're going to see a point of contention. They are trying to get to the next circle. Storm will start closing in about 50 seconds, but see, they have the ping of where they're going to try to rendezvous, but we have no idea if anyone's already there. You would have to expect is, I think we're going to see someone over here or nearby. So Racers is hitting up first.
There's that care package.
Yeah, so he started up. They're going to try to build around it, keep it protected, and see if they can get some stuff because they are still a little short on items.
We just saw the first boost bombs being taken by Erasers here. Usually, last round, he used a lot of them, and they were very beneficial for him because he was able to completely outplay the aggressors by just being able to run away and secure himself that 5th place. Without those boost bombs, he was not going to be able to get that 5th place that he got.
Yeah, now we do see D9 Dozer has gotten a grenade launcher and getting some ammo for it. So they are going to start to set up their combo.
Placing a turret just for security. To never be too careful of us, especially since like turrets aren't very good in the late games, since turrets I believe can't really be placed.
They got some epic weapons.
Let's see here. Good shotguns.
Yeah.
Good shotguns, I believe a good rifle for a D9 Dozer here.
Yeah, he's he's pretty much got everything he needs at this point. It's just you never have too many mats, but yeah, I mean he's got epic weapons, epic assault rifle, shotgun, and grenade launcher. He's got the legendary chug. He's got a couple of other chugs for replacing his shield. He's set. Erasers. He's got his assault weapon.
More blast bombs. That's really good for him. He loves using those to secure his positioning here. He has taken some shots from the distance, but I don't think he's paying too much mind to that, as he is just looting as much as he can. Look at that. You see how gracefully he fell? Usually there you'd be able to take some fall damage, but he was able to just bump that railing to stop his momentum to just fall off the side.
Yeah, it's always just these little things that make a big difference.
These little techniques that you just learn over, like, he always built a triangle in the middle of his building just to get that advantage. And now because he wants more metal than he does wood here, so he's replacing the metal floors with wood just so we can get more metal, because metal, of course, is the best building material in durability. Of course, not in build time to full HP, but in durability. So he's able to take more fights and hold out for longer than if you were just have wood.
Let's see, at this point, there are 44 participants left in this game. 42, 41, it's already just dropping.
We're going to see Razor's taking a quick break to stretch out, getting those placements in. He's like, oh, I don't have to take a fight.
Yeah, because they're in a really good spot here because they're already inside the circle. And the storm isn't going to start closing in about 30 seconds. And at least from where they're at, the storm isn't going to, close in that much.
And also, look, they're just playing for line of sight. They're trying to see if there's a fight happening.
Oh!
Someone didn't see the glint. This isn't Call of Duty, but still, what an unfortunate circumstance there that we had Erasers unable to... Oh, he gets thrown by accident. Accidental misplay here. We're going to see they're just trying to build up to try to get this res off. That is so unfortunate for...
He's still not got the res off.
He can't exactly do it because it's only brick. They're absolutely shredding it. They're still trying their best, trying to drop through to try to get into a different angle. Let's just see if they can get this res off. But now that they're dropped in this very bad position, I would say... Whoa, what is... It's like a disconnect here between... That's weird. So they're out in the open, actually. Okay. I didn't even notice that there. That's weird. So they're actually going to really get that res off getting off of that roof. But now they know that they are targeted here.
Yeah.
And again... If the enemy has blast bombs here, they can really just absolutely push the advantage and jump in on Marietta. Erasers not.
Now, what's going to help is they did.
At least he does know what it is in the map.
Yeah, well, they did know where the health regen was because they dropped it earlier. Because that's just being aware of where items were situated. So he's back to full health. Had to use a couple of slurps, but
we see
he's
that
fine.
Erasers is all smiles at the moment. Knows the misplay that might have happened, but. He's chill, he's calm about it, and now he's just going to continue to go and continue to control his high ground. He'll be a lot more mindful of the left side, seeing a wall built here to stop line of sight. They're going to be building a little bit higher than he did before, just to see a little bit more. Waiting for that circle to completely close in.
Yeah, and this will tell them if they have to move or stay. 40 participants remain in Game 2 here. Remember, we're going to be playing 4 games. And try to collect as many points based on eliminations and final placement.
I was going to say, Fortnite takes ages. If you're placing well, it takes ages to get done. Unlike an Overwatch match that takes around like 10 minutes. Fortnite matches take just about 20 minutes. Almost every time, without a doubt, if you're placing high on the leaderboard like these guys are. There's no quick way to have 60 people die in this game. You just have to wait slowly and patiently. So these guys are going through multiple times of their brains just having to keep focused. I think we saw that maybe we saw Erasers lose focus a little bit, didn't exactly check his left side surrounding, was taking a stretch. And as soon as he did that, that's when the enemy struck. That's exactly when they wanted to close in. Thankfully, that they were too far away to actually stop the res going off from D9 Dozer onto the Erasers. And we see...
Yeah, so now they're going to see if they get a couple rare items from here. Or at the very least... Yeah, they're just going to pop this up to see what they get, especially if they can get a couple of slurps See, the storm is going to start closing in. They're near the end, so at least the where the safe circle is. So they should be able to see what's here and then get into the safe zone. 37 participants remain in this game. But you kind of mentioned earlier just about how like a lot of these players are good at what they're doing, and they're all showing a lot of patience. So we're not going to see a lot of crazy. I mean, we have seen some crazy action here, but it doesn't really get super chaotic until that last part where we get into that end game.
We see the gloriousness of Fortnite, where we get to see, as they are patiently waiting, as you were saying, patience. We saw our Razors hitting the gritty.
Yeah, they got some sorts, but now they're in the storm, so they're going to have to book it. So they weren't able to get the big storm. So we're seeing they're going to play a little GTA here and drive a car.
Oh my goodness, GTA as well. You said they're the ones getting gunned down instead. And you're going to see the enemy team is actually going to be on the high ground here. And it's going to be Razors trying to get back into the zone, maybe to grab some
This is bold. He's going in to get some stuff here. Whilst
more shields. Well, he has to get his shields up. He knows everyone is, and plus there's a med kit right there, so he's not too bothered by the fact he's taking this health damage. Actually, he's going to throw it to his teammate as he's going to go and collect more shields. And the mats and just the rotation of getting those mats, he actually threw the health pack outside so we could heal while outside of the storm.
Yeah,
what a big brain play. I would not think of that. I would just heal inside the storm instead.
Yeah, through the health pack to get the shields, knowing that they're in the middle of the next circle, so they don't have to go anywhere. They're very much already in the middle of the next circle as the storm is moving right now. So that's just like 200 IQ plays right there.
Honestly, is, and this is stuff that, as a lower level Fortnite player, I just don't think of. But right there, I mean, why wouldn't you throw it out there? I mean, like, you already have your building right there. Maybe just build a little castle right there, heal up a little bit while you're there, and just deconstruct them on the way out.
So now at this point, they got their tower up, and they're just keeping an eye to see if anyone comes by, because people are going to have to move towards this area. They have to come to them now, and that gives them the tactical advantage.
Yes, it does. We're just going to see them slowly, again, just waiting out. Oh, we see a build happening to the right there on a Razor's screen. I don't know if he sees it, but those bricks are fresh and are going up here. I don't exactly notice it. That's when the D9 Dozer is going to be getting his buildings kind of exploded. I think you can hear that they're actually going to be rushing him a little bit, so he has to back off up to a Razor's building. I think a Razor's wants to peek out here, so he might. We see it selected. Just waiting.
Yeah, but now we see the circles move once again. In less than a minute, they're going to have to migrate.
He's going aggressive here. But that's going to be a grenade launcher. D9 Dozer grenade launching the wooden platform, and we're going to see Razor's dropping those rockets for D9. So he is maxed out on all of that, just so he can destroy more wooden structures. Again, wooden structures are very susceptible to D9's grenade launcher here. So the more that you're able to use that grenade launcher, the more wood is being built, the better for them. That's going to be a knock! That's exactly what I was talking about before. And he's going to actually get that kill. There's an elimination for Eraser. A little bit of a rat play there. Saw someone and just third-partied them perfectly. And now we're going to be running into a fight. Multiple fights happening in multiple locations. So Eraser's just going to build himself a little bit of a castle here, just to make sure that he's not going to go down. And D9 Dozer is going very aggressive, absolutely destroying the building of this brick building, now wood here, and Eraser's is going to destroy it, do a little bit of damage, about 32, going to be opening up the floor for his teammate here. D9 is going to come into the safety of, and now they're going to be leaving a triangle right under. It's not a great position for them. They can't really build up very well, but now they're going to.
But as far as at least the storm goes, they're in a good spot.
They're in a good spot for the storm, but in a very bad spot compared to the players. They're right in between two teams here. Being between two teams means that both can third party whenever they want, and we see that the brick has the high ground and the tactical advantage, but Erasers and D9 Dozer are just playing oh so slowly and are not exactly, they don't exactly care about these two teams. They're just waiting again for placement. They're going to be D9 Dozer poking it out, forcing them to break that building completely down. Now they have to rebuild completely. That's actually a really good way, because if you have these rockets, it stops their materials and they can't build with metal anymore.
Yeah, and especially if they're being attacked by another team, that exposes them, because once again, they're not necessarily going for the kills themselves, but exposing them going to give the other team an opportunity to take them out for them.
You see those tracers coming out at the moment.
Now,
so there is. How many players are left right here? Only 20 players left. So they're what, 2 per team? So
yeah, they're about top 10.
Top 10 at the moment.
But this is where things are about to get crazy. The Storm's going to start moving in 20 seconds, and look at where that circle is. They're going to have to move across the map, and they're already with some fire.
Breaking it down. Going down. Razors. Quick on his feet. His building's going to get broken. He's just going to keep rebuilding it.
But they're going to be forced to move in the next 5 seconds.
Gets his slurp juice in. And now they're going aggressive. They're going in. At least running through the circle as quick as they can just to try to secure the position before anyone else does. They're checking for the enemy coming in here. D9 Dozer in a very bad spot. They're going to need to build his way up, trying to drink this slurp juice before we take any damage. They're going to get it down, and Razors is getting gunned at here. A lot of damage being taken onto the buildings, but Razors with that regen is going to heal almost back up to full. D9 Dozer running away from the fight that's happening, trying to get into the circle before the other teams. They are going to secure themselves into the circle. 10 people are in this tiny circle, mind you. I mean, not 10 people, but that are 10 teams. More than that. There's, what is it now?
Now we've got down to 16 people. People are dropping one by one.
Now to around 8 teams at the moment. 8th place is what we're looking at for Razors and D9 Dozer. They're going for that 2nd place at least here is what they're going to be wanting here.
Now look at where that circle is. It's going to be moving even further and even smaller. This is that crazy end game we were talking about before. But we see a good amount of materials. D9 Dozer has plenty of materials as this is wood goes, but they are running out of brick and steel.
Oh, we're going to see. That's going to be an elim for Razors. That's going to be his 3rd one of the game here, securing himself another spot place on the leaderboard. But D9 Dozer and all that commotion gets singled out and is going to be taken down.
But now we're down to 9 people left, so it's going to be up to Razors to see if he can survive long enough.
It's not really much.
But he's got a good... Look at how much steel he has now.
Yeah, again, being able to kill someone there, you get all of those mats that you need there, but it's going to be a Razors in a very interesting predicament where he is now in there, and now he's just building as much as he can. Got himself a little bit stuck. He's going to be bumping himself away from the scenario where there's a lot of grenades happening.
They just
look at that. 5th place again. I would say that's pretty good. What was it? 13 points for reaching 5th place?
Yeah, and then they'll get 3 points for the eliminations, but yeah, he was just trying to build up, but just taking too much crossfire damage and just ends up going down.
So, again, that was really good, though. We're going to see a Razors with 3 kills there. And, again, 5th place again. 5th place with all of those points.
And that was with, like, a lot of hiccups along the way. So, first, when they went to their initial drop zone, they were contested, took some damage, and they had to get out of there and concede stuff that they normally would not have to concede. And then the point where Racers just got completely one-shotted and knocked from a distance, and D9 Dozer having to get him revived, using materials to get him back up. So they faced a lot of adversity, but still finishing 5th is a very good finish.
At any one of those times where they had those little hiccups, that could have been the entire game just over right there, and getting 40th place doesn't give you any points. Usually in ranked, at least I only know Apex, so I know in ranked it would give you negative points placing that low. Mm-hmm. So,
all right, so we're gonna take another break, and we'll be back with Game 3 whenever it starts. So don't go away. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, and welcome back. It took a little bit longer to get everyone in the lobby. I guess there was an error, so they had to create a second lobby, but we are getting into game 3. The Pioneers did get 16 points from that last, which makes sense because it was 13 for placing 5th and an additional 3 for the eliminations. So now we are going to see, well, how the team does in game 3 after everyone loads.
Well, if we're shooting 5th place is a benchmark. So if we get to 5th place again, I think we're sitting pretty.
Yeah, I mean, they've already qualified, of course, but the thing about like how are they doing it, it's all about consistency. It's like last week they finished like 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 5th. I don't know if it was in that order per se, but they were in the top 5 for every single game. And that just gives you those extra placement points. So every little bit matters, but they're consistently up there versus teams that maybe they get a victory out of one, but then they don't do well in others.
Yeah, if you go from going to number 1 to number 40, it just offsets itself. Or if you just go a map without placing at all, again, it just offsets itself. But Marietta is placing with points every single time. If they keep that up, as we keep seeing, is that they're going to continue to have great games and they're going to continue to just increase their points.
Yeah, and they'll be even more qualified for the championship that they've already qualified for it. But, all right, we see they're going to go for that same spot. It's been working for them overall. But the big question is going to be, will other teams follow suit? Because we did see some more contention in Game 2. So we'll see how that goes in Game 3.
I think they're going to be a little bit short of their mark here. They're going to be landing a little bit lower from what they usually land. Just based on the angle of the battle bus, it's kind of hard to land exactly there. They got the parachute and maybe get there a little bit later than how they would like to, because this middle part is usually where they like to land, but you're going to see them land on the outskirts near the castle area instead.
That's still relatively close. It's in the vicinity.
Already getting a good weapon there. That's relatively lucky to be able to break open a crate and get a decent weapon.
Yeah, that's what you need, especially if there's going to be any contention early on.
I see right here, I don't see really anyone here for the contention.
At least they got some weapons. Gonna get some ammo too. There's a chest for erasers. D9 Dozer's gonna get some shield up.
That was a really smart thing from D9 Dozer there. We saw him place a triangle to destroy all 3 of those chug jugs, the barrels there, to fill up his shield. And instead of the one by one destroying them, he just destroyed them all with a triangle. It's really good. It's again another one of those 200 IQ moves that I wouldn't think of.
And we're already seeing erasers trying to set up that little flag for some items, and it doesn't look like there's any contention at this point. So I don't want to jinx it, but I think they're going to be able to free farm for the next couple of minutes.
Definitely. And honestly, just staying on this side of the map, they are very far away from the circle from what I see on the mini map here. We're going to see that later. At the moment, there's really no bother. They're just going to be sitting here, getting some loot. Maybe around, I believe, let's see, trying to see the time here.
Yeah, they got about like a little under 2 minutes.
30-second mark, honestly, then they're going to start going again. It's round 1. You see a little bit of building here. Enemies here. Going to take some pot shots as they're going to be able to get their share of weapons. That's going to be a big shotgun.
And even getting some gold, that could play a role later on too. D9 Dozer takes down the drone, gets some...
Oh, there's a knock! What a shot!
And an elimination. They went down. He got the knock, and then they got finished off. So there must have been some fighting going among multiple teams there. So with that, the Pioneers are on the board from downtown.
What a rat play by Erasers. Anything to get those points. Oh my goodness, just absolutely third-partied on him to stop that. And we're going to see D9 Dozer going in for seconds here. Oh, 25 damage again. If they get this shot...
And he does!
Oh, Erasers is a little bit of friendly banter there. Say with D9 Dozer. That's just... Wow, that is definitely beneficial for Marietta getting those 2 picks relatively early here. Now that we get the drone, yeah, get the drone, get some good mats, good juice here. Get that slurp juice online. Gonna get those full shields as well. What? Such a rat play there. But again, anything to get that. I would be absolutely furious if I was the enemy here.
Yeah, but now here's where things get interesting. The storm is going to start moving in 15 seconds. Now, it's going to take about a little bit before it closes in, but they are going to have to make their way.
Basically cross country. They're just going to be running forever here just to get to the circle. But again, having that, and we're going to see that they're going to get that infinite speed boost here with these slurp packs.
Yeah, that's going to help them too, so they can start booking it, because they're going to have to run quite a bit. And it's the everything's going to start closing in about a minute, and they're still gathering stuff. So this is pretty bold that they're still getting a couple more materials.
Well, one of the things about being this far out of the circle is that honestly, because the circle comes in from so far away, you still have so much time to farm. Like, right. Yeah, it's moving in, but it's going to take a full minute to move in. So they have up to about like 20 seconds in until they actually have to start moving. And plus, they can just outrun the circle because it's the first circle. It's very slow.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think you can outrun the storm. I think the storm moves faster.
It depends on the time of the zone. At the moment, since it's the first circle, you do move faster than the zone if you are sprinting the entire time. And as we're going to see, they're going to be slowly moving that way, and now the sprint is going to be happening. I'm pretty sure at least you're faster than this one.
Yeah, this is the part that I was saying about. So they're going to start using their speed boost to try to get into position. But they're going to start taking more and more damage the longer they're in.
Oh, it's not even that far away, the circle. I thought it was way further than it was. That's why they stayed for so long. It's because they're actually on the good side of the circle here. Being unable to see the map, that does make a difference there, because they just knew that they're on the good side of the circle. But on this end, just see that they're on... We can only presume they're on the bad side of the circle. But again, something that they just know. And they're actually going to swap out that blue shotgun for, I believe, a better pump shotgun. Again, we're going to see Erasers really favoring the burst potential rather than the consistent damage of the semi-auto shot.
I'm still questioning the call a little bit just because they are at half health and they don't really have a way to regen that health. So hopefully they can find some packs or some bandages. Because, I mean, they do have the slurps for the shields.
Absolutely no... health kits to be found here. It's a barren wasteland for health kits.
And the thing is, the storm's going to start moving in 35 seconds, and they have a trek to go.
That's just a gamble that they had to take there, that they wanted to farm up those mats and everything, just so they have the option to get those med kits. There we go, and they're actually at full HP again.
Okay.
Which is good.
Maybe those things also replenish health and speed?
I think they do health, shields, and speed.
So, okay, that's something I learned. So maybe that's why they weren't so worried about, because they had those, they can use it to replenish their health. The more you know.
An enemy. There is. There's an enemy. What are we looking for? Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, they do know that I think someone's on the roof. But that storm's going to start coming.
Fighting the zone because he has to run at them. And look at this! Right into the loving arms of D9. They're going to go down.
They're both knocked down.
One goes down, and now it's up to Erasers to clean up the fight. Try to get this in here. Look at this gunplay. We're going to see it. And Erasers is going to go in. And just in time, has the piece that able to secure his health here. D9 Dozer's at 1 HP here. They're going for it.
And there's a med kit. They're trying to res.
They're going to be healing themselves here if he goes.
He's got to get himself up first, though. Can he heal in time?
Let's see. He has to heal before
he gets
healed.
healed.
The res off. He's going to be able to get the res off in time. I'm pretty sure. It takes about 5 seconds. His zone isn't doing that much damage. He's going to be able to pick up that medkit, and as soon as he gets up, he's going to be starting to pop that medkit. They have a wild run here. They're playing from behind, and that's celebratory gritty. Of course, you have to stay in good spirits. What a wild play from Erasers there.
That was clutch because D9 goes down, has to finish off both of those 2 knocks. Erasers wins the fight, and it was so low on health, but able to just get the health pack and stay alive. But they're not out of the woods yet, literally. But they're gonna stay in here.
There it is. Look at that. The slurp packs right there. With that.
That's exactly what they need to get their health up and get the boost and a little bit of shield. So they're trying to replenish themselves, and they're going to try to hightail it out of here.
I would just like to say again that play was amazing by Erasers. He is so quick on his feet.
You could hear him panicking in the other room. Heal health back. He's like just calling out like crazy.
And we see also there he's right after the fight he knew he was in a storm and instantly started eating the pizza that he had in his inventory. Just like instantly knew the quickness of that. Oh my goodness, that run. I just got a glance at the map there. Look how far they have to sprint to get to the next circle. This is going to be a trek and a half for Marietta. Let's see the placement out there. Only 44 people remaining at the moment.
And here's the thing. That storm's going to start moving in at less than 50 seconds. So they have to go really far. They're putting out the ping there. They got to get there within 40 seconds and then continue to move. So they're definitely going to be playing from behind. Now, D9 does have the health spray, so he can heal while moving. And there is some, but they do, yeah, I'm seeing Erasers does still have some of those health, like, packs as well.
Just have some of those splash packs.
Yeah, those, I don't know what you call it.
I don't know what to call it. I'm going to call them splash packs, because health packs kind of sound like med kit.
So see, D9 is going to use that health spray.
And he also has health sprays for Erasers whenever they come close together here, and they're going to see a golden scar there. But actually,
no, he's going for that splash pack.
Are these splash packs to get out of here and to heal as well? Can also be leading in here whenever he can, getting more splash packs
because he needs it. They're still hurting. So they're trying to pop everything they've got. That storm is moving again, though. They have to continue to run.
Thankfully, they have that infinite sprint boost for now. They're going to be running as far as they can. They're actually very close to the edge of the circle now. But they're seeming to run into a better location rather than just gunning it into the circle. They're going for this motorbike.
There's a motorbike.
Motorbike, and now they can hit some absolutely insane tricks as they go.
While they're in a storm, this is not the time to be doing some tricks.
It is definitely the time to be doing some tricks. Look at them on the ice. They're actually running further away. I think just to get this health, and then they're going to be back on their way. They're going to go loot. Now they have a motorbike. It's a lot easier for them to play out here. Now they're going to be healing back to full HP before they try to go back into the storm again.
This is just insane. They've been in the storm for minutes, and they're still alive.
They're just fight planning here. They're really, and now the longer they're in the storm, I believe they're eventually going to start ticking down. The gritty on the motorbike.
D9 Noser's just having the time of his life right now.
They're running over chickens. What? A little snack on the way, I guess.
Yeah. And by the way, they're still in the storm, if you guys haven't noticed.
They're still on the storm, getting closer and closer to being out of the storm. Get all of these emotes unlocked.
And Erasers is finally out of the storm, and so is D9 Dozer, just in time for the storm to start moving in about a minute. So now they need to heal back up. Oh my goodness.
Fun time's over. Now it's time to get back to being serious here. And that time last we checked it was 44. Now it's 36 players remaining.
So there's the secret to staying alive. Just hang out in the storm. No one's going to come after you in the storm.
I mean, yeah. It's very hard to take a fight in the storm. We're going to be breaking this open here just to see if there's any mats laying about. And also, look at our mat situation. They are absolutely loaded on all of these materials, just so that they can. The next fight is going to probably be a lot of building for both of these.
The only like downside from all that, besides having to use up all those packs, all that healing, is their weapons. They don't really have a lot. I mean, they have like blue quality weapons, but no epics, no legendaries. So that could play a role later on when they get into fights. But
I would say they're like slightly. Oh, there's one in a bush. Little bush Wookie. Now they're going to be going after him here, breaking that, building on top of him, and it's going to be going, trying to go into the dragon's den here. Down and down. He sees him. He's so 81 damage, and that's going to have him down, but he's hiding around the staircase, and D9 Dozer's nowhere next to him, so he's have to run down and try to get this res off. Builds him, just goes for the res quickly. Now they know that it's going to be a 2v1 scenario here. Actually, it's going to be a 1v1. It's going to be D9 Dozer trying to get ahead. Here it doesn't quite get the clutch. Placed 18th.
After, it's just what I was talking about. The
4 kills at 18th.
Yeah, it was just what I was saying earlier, was the fact that they didn't really have the weapons. So when they got into the All right, and welcome back. We are getting into Game 4 now, so let's head over there. This is the final game of this series. So we saw the last game was a little chaotic. I know it's an understatement.
Very chaotic.
But unfortunately, the team placed 18th. But we will see how they do this time in this final game for today.
We see a D9 Dozer is pulling out the Mr. Beast skin, of course. You have to see these skins coming out here. They serve as a tactical advantage, 100%. Unless you're playing the Goku skin, tactical disadvantage. So we're probably going to see the same landing as we saw before. Again, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's worked very well for them for the most part. The little contention in Game 2, but in Game 3 they were able to get some picks from a distance, but then just was in the storm for so long that it just kind of made it difficult for them to be able to collect weapons and other items. Ultimately lost in a gunfight, but let's see how things go here.
I think it's going to go pretty well. I think D9 Dozer was testing his limits that last game to see how aggressive he could play, and now we're going to see they might play a little bit slower here just to get that better placement, get to that top 5 that we saw them do in Game 1 and Game 2. Game 3, again, they got 4 elims, which is awesome, but placement just simply matter more, so sitting AFK for longer is better. Let's see if they can get a game, though, with above 4 elims. I've only seen 4 so far. And you see, actually, people are going to be dropping here with him, it seems. Yes, it is. They're going to be shotting from already, hitting the ground running.
And they're just going to try to get to the lower level because he has a gun, but it's not a great gun.
It's not indeed. And we're going to see that Erasers, okay, they're going to be both hitting that Chug Jug barrel. Erasers definitely doesn't have a great gun. Now we had picked one up that's a little bit better. Picked up that AR. Hitting the gritty right here. Very tactical to be hitting the gritty when enemies are right next to you. Of course. Opening the wall, getting that chest. I remember when chests took so long to open. Do you remember that? It took like a whole second. Now it's just an instant, just bleep, and now they're open. Well, we're gonna see the Erasers just wanting to take an aim duel here. Gonna be able to get some Pokemon. Waiting for both members of the team to be able to get up and get ready to shoot them. Break that building wall, kind of get some good poke, but can't quite get an amazing angle on them.
They got a lot of damage, but they just didn't get him knocked. But D9 Dozer seems to be chasing him down.
And the Erasers is still going strong for this. D9 Dozer wants to start off the game with an early pick that they can continue keep going. Again, I believe, yeah, that is, we were talking about it before, but yes, that is the Leviathan Axe from God of War, which is awesome that God of War can also be in this game, which is so cool. Fortnite is known of integrating all games together in one battle royale. Oh, we're gonna see D9 Dozer sees a couple people out in the open here. Doesn't look like they have any mats to really stop him from shooting at them. But Eraser's a little bit far behind, not quite being able to take in. Really go and capitalize off those. He does see them in the distance, I'm pretty sure, pulling out his gun. D9 Dozer with this infrared scope is going to see a lot of people trying to get some pot shots on them. Forces them to build. Let's see, look at this. Oh, that's a knock! That's so big! That is so big for Erasers. He's able to get one shot knock.
We'll see if that turns into an elimination, but might not probably get resurrected, but they're going to take the car and they're going to go straight up there.
You're talking about GTA. Now this is GTA 5 gameplay right here. I believe this is a very dangerous spot from the beginning because there's so many angles it could come from. But there's that down, getting that kill for Eraser's going to be able to capitalize off of that. They weren't able to get that res, but now they're going to be going in and completely rearranging the buildings of where they are, and it's going to be trying to capitalize and get a team knocked out here quickly. They see a lot of damage being taken here. Now they're going to go under to see if they can find anyone to hit. The Erasers slowly going around. That's going to be a big shot with that shotgun. Builds a staircase, tries to try to throw his aim off, and now he has no shields with both health and his teammate here, just so he can capitalize off. He's going to be playing off of each other, but he's going to see that D9 Dozer is going to be seen by a turret. That's going to be a kill for them. That's going to be Erasers with 2 picks to his name, and now they're going to be healing back up, getting the early lead.
got a little tense there with the turret doing some extra damage, eliminating shields, but fortunately they were able to double team, get the elimination, and now they're going to be able to heal back up, but they don't really have a whole lot on Slurps, though. That's going to be a little bit of a situation for them.
Hey, right now, I think it's going to be the farming station. Right there, they saw an opportunity after getting that knock. I think if they didn't get that knock there, I think they run away and go somewhere else. But since they got that knock, they had to capitalize off it and try to secure those points early on.
Now, we do see that they're both taking separate vehicles here. Storm is closing in, and I can't tell where is the safe area.
Like, they're already in the safe area.
Oh, yeah, they are, because there's no line.
Yeah, there's no line.
Yeah, so they're fine. They're just going around and farming what they can.
There's a good bit of ammo there and also a health kit.
Yeah, they got the med kits. Just, you never know when you need a med kit.
Well, they definitely needed that last game, those med kits. Came in clutch, and I'm going to see as they return back to where they were before, seeing the chaos of what happened from all the fights that happened. See, the white shotgun doesn't quite do enough damage. I think the real thing that Erasers is going to be trying to go up for is a better shotgun.
Yeah,
I think you picked one up right there.
It's an okay shotgun, but it can definitely do better. But it does get a big surf, which allows him to replenish his shield. Another med kit.
Ooh, there's those blast grenades. Exactly what he needs. He's going to drop those down just like those. More chests opening. There's a lot of looting here. There's those splash packs that were so integral to last game, doing as well as they did, almost doing as a little bit better than you could with these splash packs.
Yeah, but look at this. I mean, they're still in the circle here. They can continue to farm. Much better position than they were in last game, where they had to be constantly running. But they can stay here and just keep farming, and no one is near them too. So this is the ideal situation for them. And you see D9 Dozer picking up some birthday cake to get his shield up.
Yeah. I mean, no, not just take a little break, eat some good birthday cake. And no one raised the flag while they're here, so I think they're going to just do that. They're going to raise the flag, get all that loot while the zone slowly closes in. I think for the next circle, they're going to be outside of the circle, so they're going to have to go and run into it. Unless they get lucky and get the good side of it. There's an NPC there to be buying something from. I don't know if in regulation, if you're allowed to actually have the NPCs. It seems like something that would be a little bit...
Well, I think they serve a particular purpose.
But I know you can hire them to actually do a lot of the shooting that's used in this competition.
Okay, not getting a whole lot of stuff there, except for the ammo, which is always nice to have.
Specific guns that are helpful. Oh wow, that is a frost wall indeed. So you're completely destroying that building, going to be able to give them more places to go and get more loot. Oh, a little bit of a hidden chest there for D9 Dozer, picking all that up, and that's going to be a golden sticky grenade launcher. We do know how much that they like using grenade launchers, and D9 Dozer is going to be pinging the blast bombs or erasers to try to get that team play. And we see these two are really good at this team play here. They know exactly what the other play style the person is. You can see D9 Dozer playing a little bit back. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe D9 actually plays on mouse and keyboard when Erasers plays on controller.
I don't know for sure. I know Erasers plays on controller. I don't know about D9 Dozer.
Well, for playing on, I think they both might, but I believe D9 Dozer is definitely more comfortable with a longer range aim. So he's trying to take weapons and take duels that are longer range to help out Erasers, who is more confident in his close range engagements. We see him always taking shotgun, these blast packs as well. Same with these ARs, which are good for these medium to short range. So with that dynamic, we see that the team play is really good here. That D9 Dozer is going to be helping Razors go in by completely breaking the walls down. See, look, you can recruit them right there, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're just going to upgrade his shotgun. I think that's actually more beneficial than actually having him around.
Yeah, just get great weapons, but once again, they are still in the safe zone, so they don't have to move around. So that is just huge for the team to continue to farm. There are 47 participants left in this game. This is the final game for today. And D9 Dozer is responsible. There's actually 2 of them pinging them.
And won't be shooting until he knows his team is there. Because again, if he's caught that he's the only one there, then that's going to be very bad for them. They're going to be right out of luck.
Yeah, well, Erasers is right there behind him.
Now they can take this duel if they want. They're going to be crouching just so they don't make any noise. And you see that they're going to be having this building here right on the care package.
But guess what D9 Dozer has?
Has this sticky launcher, and we're going to see him absolutely just unload it into the building to stop them from being able to do that, doing 70 damage to someone at the moment. And that's going to be Erasers going in, guns ablazing, building up right onto them. Look at those triangles. Look at how fast he built there, and it's going to be outbuilding them. Built on top of them. He has those triangles. Those are his. No, they're not. Oh, whoa, big damage there. There's going to be the walls going exploding down. That's going to be D9 Dozer shooting these sticky bombs onto the enemy team, trying to get as much damage as he can. But Razor's taking a build battle here, now on top of this triangle and wall, getting on top of him. It's going to be a Razor's very... Look at this castle that has been built here by both teams, trying to get the advantage here. Now it's into the stage. We're going to feel out where the other teams are, trying to get as little damage as possible. Well, D9 Dozer is going to be knocking on their door and opening it up for Erasers to get the pick that he needs. He's going to be jumping on in. He sees that he doesn't have any shields, hitting him super low HP. He's one shot. Erasers only has to land one more shot or a shotgun shot just to take him out. And that's going to see he's doing so much damage that he can. Waiting for D9 Dozer to get over here. He's over here now, going to be getting in, and that's going to be a knock for D9, and that's going to be an elim for D9 as well. We're going to see that they separated them from his other teammate, and now they're going to be running out here, not trying to get into this very tight position here. We saw, like, look at that building that they did there just to completely overwhelm the enemy opponent. And now we're going to see D9 reloading his explosive sticky. Having that explosive sticky launcher is so imperative, it seems, because you're able to just completely destroy all of those buildings that are made. And now they're just playing for information to see. I think they have a game plan here that whenever someone comes around here, both are going to explode out with... Because, again, you can get this key card here, and there's no information saying that Eraser or D9 Dozer are here. So if you're trying to be a team player, you might want to go for this key card, or this res card as it's called.
Yeah, but that's going to be tricky. I mean, when you try to go for those, you have to anticipate they could be guarded.
I think in this type of play, you have to guard them just to double make sure that you're not leading the enemy to be able to regain those placements. And I mean, you could just say you could just farm in kill points, but I don't think that's the best thing.
They're hearing something.
Something very anime is happening out of the triangle.
Yes, and just take a look at where the circle's going. It looks like it's going to be starting to head up north. So while they're good for now, they probably got to migrate very soon.
You'll see Erasers is thinking very hard here of what the next plan is, what the next move is. I think right now, they're honestly just playing for this placement, because again, they don't have to move. They're just going to sit here, relax, calm down their nerves after that very intense fight that they just had. All that building, we just saw like a skyscraper in a mere moments just be completely made.
Just interesting that they're just using this time to kind of sit and wait and not really using to collect materials, because they are a little low on it considering how much was used in that one fight. Now the storm is going to start closing in. We got about 38 participants remaining in this game.
Well, not much happening here because, again, just placement points as much as they can get. So, thinking about like that last fight, we definitely saw a lot of building being played there, but even more, again, talking again about that sticky launcher destroying a lot of the building that was happening. And since as soon as you put down the building, it has very low HP. Oh, I did get confirmation from the chat that yes, D9 Dozer does play on MNK, which would lend him to be able to take those long range fights better. But Eraser's being on controller is able to have better movement in close range, so he's able to do that more. So with this dynamic duo of an MNK and controller player, we're able to see that Eraser's is probably able to complete these build battles a little bit quicker, if I had to assume, because he's able to like completely just move his analog around and completely build a tower around him within a couple seconds. Well, it might take D9 Dozer a little bit more button presses than... So, and there's the go button. They're both going to go.
Yeah, they're just waiting now, trying to see if anyone's near.
Collect.
But also, they're in that fight while they're...
Look at that aftermath real quick of what they did, what they built just to secure one kill.
But, yeah, the storm's going to start closing. They don't have to move very far, actually. So that's very fortuitous for them. But no, going back to that last fight.
Also, look at all the loot that the enemy team got for them.
Yeah, so now they're in pretty good shape weapon-wise. But I noticed that Eraser was very patient in the fight. So, like, when you were saying that one fight where the guy was just one hit left, Eraser did not engage. He waited for D9 Dozer to get in position because, once again, he didn't know if there was anyone else with him. So trying to barge into it, what could be a 2v1 situation would be detrimental. So he had the patience to wait for D9 Dozer to come in, and then they both collapsed on him at the same time.
Yes, the team play between these two players is very like instrumental to them being able to place as high as they have been placing and get these elims that they've been getting. Because again, with that team play, if it's a 2v1, it's a lot easier to win than a 2v2 or a 1v1. So, and there's also like no risk of Erasers going down and then getting immediately finished off by
a big hit onto D9 Dozer. Doesn't lose all of his shield, but loses a good chunk of it.
I have to play a little bit slow here now. Erasers going to be getting some mats still here. He turned that staircase just so that he could collect those mats a little bit quicker. And without thought, oh, he's going to have some C4. Oh, he's going to be blowing it up just to make sure that he has the advantage so no one can be hiding. As well as, I believe, the mats also down there might be also. So you're saying that you're a little bit low on mats. Well, I think this is why they were fine with being low on mats, because of how many there are here. Each one of these pillars that they're breaking gives them so many bricks to work with.
See, D9 Dozer is keeping an eye on the tower next to him. He's saw being built, so he knows there's people there. But now this is where it gets interesting, because they're going to have to move to a good portion of the map, and they're going to have to cross over to the fort. Although I think we just saw the other team head out immediately. So that's going to give the Pioneers an opportunity to move over themselves. Looks like they're...
I hope they see them through the water. See them jumping around in the water, and they're going to be building. Because now Erasers and D9 Dozer are going to be spotted here. They're going to try to be poking them out. 55 damage. That's a good poke on them as they're running away.
I think it took out the shield for one. At that point, I think you just have to let them go. But Erasers is...
I think they're going to be chasing them down here, just slow as it goes, because D9 has to get into a good position where he has LOS with his rocket launch, with his grenade launcher and his marksman rifle.
Right, but the storm is going to start closing in. They don't want to get caught in the same situation like last time, where they were in the storm for an excessive amount of time.
Right now, the storm hurts really bad, so they're definitely not even going to even try to be on in the zone at all. If they get caught in the storm, every tick is like 10 damage. So they're going to be completely just getting absolutely decimated by it.
Yeah, they're going to try to collect some stuff on the way, but just not a whole lot of time. But they're very close to the destination, so I think they're going to be okay. There are 25 participants remaining in this game.
That's a lot for this little circle. How many players can fit into one circle? 25 at the moment is what we see. But definitely an increase in them are going to continue, as some are going to be coming from these zones here. Bricks, just refilling the mats, because we see that Erasers is probably going to be at max bricks here.
Yeah, we do see he is at, I think it's what, 400 is the cap?
Shots on that building to the left. And right in front of them, we see a little hut he's made.
But once again, Storm's going to be moving in about 45 seconds, and they're not going to be able to stay where they're at for too long.
See, the Eraser is just going to be destroying the wall of another team he believes is there, but no one is there, just checking if anyone's going to be in that little building. They don't want to engage forward if they know someone's behind them. I'm going to be running out over to the side here, seeing that maybe it's a more advantageous position because of where the zone is landing. Again, very slow, not a lot of gunshots being shot here. D9 Dozer is going to be taking some pot shots at someone who was invading the buildings they just left. And that's going to be Eraser's caught in the open here against someone. I believe D9 is actually going to be able to get a crack on the shield from what I hear. That's going to be them exploding their buildings. Very aggressive playstyle, so that's going to just keep them jumping the entire time. It's going to be D9 running away from here, going George of the Jungle on the Vine. And Eraser's has a little mud on his boots, but going to run away as quick as he can.
That's a big hit onto him. He has no shield left and is already at half health.
He has to get out of there, and Eraser's has to see what he can do to help his teammates.
Well, he's got to get to safety first, but find an opportunity to get a chug in or a slurp. But he is going to get a couple slurps in.
It is good. Eraser's does have regen that he can use whenever he wants. He's getting a little bit of pot shots on him. That's when he's going to be popping that regen pot, just so he can take this damage without dying here. We can see D9 Dozer in an absolute frenzy of building, trying not to get hit at all.
Okay, so this is actually a really good spot from the BN. Just because while the safe zone is in the storm, it's going to start moving, but they're not going to have to move very far to be safe. So right now, they just need to stay where they're at, try to see where their opponents are, and look for opportunities for picks.
Eraser sees how close they are here, based on... You see some shots being fired out between two other teams. Eraser's trying to get this wood here as well. He's actually going to be able to get that wood just in time before he's able to be seen by the enemies. Oh my goodness, that's the entire building getting absolutely destroyed in a matter of a split second.
A lot of contentions going on. 23 participants still remain.
Look at this building. Absolutely insane how quick he's able to do that. The implosion onto his build. Now he's going to go aggressive here, it seems. He's going to go aggressive onto his player, breaking his brick, and now he's going to go right onto 127 damage. That's going to be one. Going down, Erasers catches him trying to build. You can't build where he has already built, and that's going to be a rocket ram for them if they need it. But instead, they're probably just going to go for a splash here just so they don't.
Yeah, shields are more important right now. I don't think they're going to go for the rocket.
There's a health splash which I keep them topped up here. There's that rocket ram, just in case if they need to get out in a pinch.
And they're going to have to in 23 seconds.
Getting built on, but they're going to be able to send this down as quickly as they can, rebuilding their bricks. But there's a player right above them. They're probably going to take the floor right from under them if they can, drop them right into them so they can get the advantage of surprise. They're able to see what's happening above them. You see a lot of sticky launchers being unloaded here. This is going to be a trek for all the teams to get to this next circle. They're going to have to move through the wide open to get there. And I believe Marietta is at the advantage here, being kind of lurking in the shadows here, being unseen. But now they have to pop out into the open, booping their way across someone. Saves her in the storm, trying to build out as quick as he can, but he's going to take a little bit of damage, but now he's going to get his shield back up. The explosions are happening all around him, but that's going to be his build going through. He doesn't have a lot of mouths. He sees an enemy. No, that's not an enemy, it's his team. One enemy fell on before. 91 damage is massive. He's going to be building this to stop any incoming damage. And now he's going to be shooting away this wall. Shooting away the wall, and that's going to be another kill for Erasers. What a pick there. Look at the speed and agility of that swap. Swapping over to the golden weapons just so they can get a better handle of what's going on here, a better handle of the situation with those guns to do more and more damage. You can see D9 Dozer rocking 3 legendary guns, and Eraser is going hard with that boom and with that blast bomb, is able to get both of their teammates out of the way and back towards the storm. But that's going to be his building going, he has to build just in case he's going to be booped up, trying to get on top of the ledge here. He does get there, sees an enemy in the storm, going to be building the ledge to make sure he's taking enough damage. Oh my goodness, look at that building going up there at 1 HP now. Healing up, D9 Dozer just gets back into the ring before the storm takes him. And now it's going to see Eraser's playing slow here. He knows there's someone beneath him, but he's going to go up into the air, coming back down, not taking fall damage based on the consumable he used. He's going to build all the way up into the stratosphere, the tower. Now he's at the advantage. Everyone below him, he's right above. And as we see D9 Dozer gets that enemy, Eraser's getting a pick here. D9 Dozer in a tizzy. Eraser's jumping up, jumping down, making sure he doesn't take any fall damage as well. The zone is moving back and forth. D9 Dozer on his feet here. Going ahead, D9 Dozer is going to go down. Down but not out. That's going to be Eraser's getting a big hit onto him. And he gets 70 damage. 70 damage, it's massive. 1 HP on that guy who's healing in there. But we're going to see Eraser's and 1 HP, 22 damage. What an insane play. He's going to be able to try and go across, trying to get as much damage as he can in. 22. All the shields are almost depleted off of him. They're in the zone. They're taking constant damage. If Eraser can keep this advantage up, he still has the building materials to continue to build these triangles. And he's going to be doing so much damage. That's another pick for Erasers. He's going absolutely insane. And that's going to be Erasers again. Looking at the person who's up there, he's going to go down. And that's the last one. That's a victory royale for Marietta.
Oh my goodness!
9 kills in total, and that's going to be #1 victory royale for Marietta in Game 4. What an insane game!
Was that 9 kills? I lost count.
7, 8, 9. That was 9 kills, yes.
Okay, he did get 7. But, oh my goodness!
What a game! We got a victory royale!
Oh, we got it! And you can see the excitement on everyone.
Just right there, that last fight, he just had the advantage every time he was building up on people. They were fighting and scrapping in those builds. We just saw Eraser's able to just completely have the advantage when having those high grounds and having all those mats he collected. We even saw him prioritizing mats over his safety, destroyed a wall, collect the wood of a tree he just randomly saw next to him, and continue to just get that advantage. Mm-hmm. It's just the amazing thing we saw there of just continually to build upon his advantage and getting those triangles that were harder for people to kind of like figure out where he was.
Mm-hmm. That's just insane gameplay. So congratulations to the Pioneers on their victory royale. They already qualified for the championship, but that was insane performance there. Definitely makes up for what happened in Game 3. So here's what we got to do. I mean, technically, like whenever we win a match, we do an interview. We gotta do an interview with Erasers with that. Yes, so we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna get him here and let's just talk a bit about that whole series. So don't go away. We'll be back in just a minute.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I have here with me the one and only Erasers here, and for this win, I have to give him the Incrediware MVP back brace for carrying your team to that victory royale. Have to hold it up nice and proud. So in that last game, that was the biggest game there. What were you thinking whenever you were able to get that victory royale?
Once I got height, I really knew, like, just from the start, there was just no way, unless someone took it from me, we weren't going to win that game. To be fair, these kids, they're good, but they really don't know how to play an endgame. So they kind of just, like, the last kid just sitting in a corner, I kind of realized was, like, if I just hit the shot, you're not going to win. So it's kind of just a matter of get on height and hit your shots.
Okay, yeah, get on height, hit your shots. We see that in a lot of games. The high ground always wins. And another thing we get to see, the third game, I'd like to bring that up just for a moment. Right. So that third game when you got killed by the stair goblin, I'll call him, just sitting in that corner there. What was going through your brain whenever you were able, when you
So once I stood down there, normally I'm used to getting shot if there's a kid behind me. He just, like, stood there. Like, and then he waited for me to kill his teammate, and then he shot me. So it was kind of like what just happened. And then Ian, love him, missed twice. But, you know, we go and we go again.
We go again. That is true. And just one more thing. Game 4, you guys were just kind of just like sitting still there for a while on that body after that big fight you had. What was going through your brain? Like, how were you calming down after that fight, after that giant build battle right there in the middle?
Yeah, we just didn't want that kid to get his teammate's card. And we just wanted to make a statement, you know, don't ever come for our cash. And if you do, that's going to happen to you. But luckily for him, he didn't come back, or he would have been back to the lobby.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Erasers. I can't wait to see more Fortnite. You guys have already qualified, so I cannot wait to see how you guys do in the next game and how much you guys do in the National Championship.
Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you, man. I will see you later.
We will see you later.
Alrighty, everyone. That was an insane game we had today. Absolutely amazing. I'd like to give a last shout out to HyperX for I'd like to say give a shout out to HyperX for all of their provisionals that they're allowed that they give us, the mice, the keyboards, the microphones, everything that they give. It's really awesome. And then that's what we have for today for Marietta Esports on Twitch. Come back, I believe Monday, we're going to be having a match as well. With that schedule coming up is going to be awesome events. Let's see if the schedule's updated. It is not. That is fine. Back to the score here. So with the schedule not exactly being ready, that is fine. So moving on. I'm trying to get you back to my face. This is very unfortunate for me. So yeah, back to the score. So that's going to be it for today for Marietta Twitch, for Marietta College Esports. I'm just so flabbergasted after that win. That was just an insane game to watch and to cast. I hope everyone is able to come back to, I believe, Monday to come and watch that game. I'm Zachary Simpkins, also known as OP Knees, signing off. I hope you guys all have a great day.